What's going on, folks? Jonathan here. Thanks for tuning in. I just wanted to tell you what was going on with what I'm doing now. Basically, I'm realizing that 2020 is next year, so we have a whole another 10 years, and I want to go into the next 10 years feeling as good as I can. So, just sharing this as like a video diary so I could look back on it later. But anyway, I've been noticing that my eyes have been getting a little bit yellow from jaundice and everything, and then like my side where my liver is would hurt if I would reach over and do something. So of course that just means like my liver is not doing what it's supposed to be doing because of alcohol. And I know I quit smoking like a month ago now, but alcohol is I tend to drink a lot of like whiskey and then the beers every night too. So I think it's finally starting to catch up with me, which is why I have to cut it down or cut it out for a while so I could get my liver back. I mean, I'm drinking green tea now. Just doing a whole bunch of. I should go to the doctor. I'm probably not because I don't have health insurance, and I don't want to scare myself more. But it is what it is. I know there's something going on with my liver, so I have to cut out drinking. But besides that, starting to exercise. I do go to the gym all the time, but I've been so concerned about muscles that I haven't done cardio in forever. Like, even though now you could probably tell I'm kind of getting out of breath just talking for this long, which has only been 1 minute and 52 seconds. So that's pretty pathetic. Going into next year, I want to, just start the next 10 years better. And with that, even though, with that also being said, and my whole mindset with cleaning and taking care of the places I own and like my van and stuff, before I would just, like if I were to turn the camera around, this place looks like a mess because there's just stuff everywhere. Because I go to work, I do whatever I need to do for all my Superman social media stuff, and then I crack open beer and drink whiskey and play Call of Duty for about 2 or 3 hours, pass out, and go to bed. And I just can't do that anymore. Or I don't want to do that anymore because it's obviously taking a toll on my body, which now that I'm, you know, before I'd be like, yeah, it'll be fine. But I'm not that young when I thought that way. So that's just been on my mind a lot lately that I mean, just to give you an example, when I left my house in Texas in 2016, uh, it's been almost 3 years now that I've been on the road living in a van. So for the first year and a half in the van, I basically drank whiskey every night and I ate canned ravioli, fried chicken, and tuna packets pretty much for a year and a half. That's what I ate. And then I come over here and there's a stove and I'm like, okay, well now I could cook meat and food again. So for the past year since I've got here in July, I basically fried steak, red meat on that stove for a whole year. So you could just imagine eating all that with the grease and everything. Because I did notice too, my heart is like starting to be a little strained, and there's an ache in my shoulder. So I'm playing doctor obviously because I'm looking all this stuff up online. But the reality of it is, it's like there is something going on. I probably have high cholesterol because I've been eating red meat and cook frying it in grease for a whole year every single night. I mean, Sydney is no excuse, but here is expensive because it used to be an oil boom town. But like a pack of salmon is like dang near $16 when in Fort Worth or anywhere else it was only like it'll be on sale sometimes for $7-8. So it's just so expensive getting stuff up here. So I'm like, red meat, it's cheaper, I'll just buy that. And plus I missed it because I didn't get to eat it at all really in the van. So there was that for a year and a half, and then I go straight to eating red meat and drinking all the time and stuff like that for the next year. So my body, even though I look, I'm happy I have muscles and stuff, and I look nice. But as you could tell, like I said earlier, I am out of breath from talking this long. My liver hurts. My heart's starting to get strained. My eyes are yellow. I have to edit out so much of this stuff in my photos when I take like nice photos because I don't want people to see how yellow my eyes are. So going into the next decade, it's just something I want to do to uh, have a better body to continue what I want to do. Next year, I want to move to the East Coast. If I move to Philadelphia, it'll take me 6 hours to drive to New York and all of those states and major cities in between. Here, if I were to drive to the West Coast of Montana, I would still, from me to drive to Glacier and still be in Montana is 9 hours. So I'm just ready to be out and about around people, to start collaborating again, to start like being more out there as opposed to just here. So I really want to move to the East Coast next year. And I want to do that in better shape with a better mentality to keep myself clean, either in my surrounding and my body, clean up after myself, make sure I'm doing this, make sure I'm doing that. Because all those, it just all went out the window in the van. But anyway, so that's what I am doing. And I'm not cutting out alcohol, period, just for the next like 20 days or a month or so. And then that way I could just start doing it in moderation, because that moderation flew right out the window when I just, you tell yourself everything. It's in the van. It was like, oh, I'll be freezing. This is going to help me go to sleep. I'm uncomfortable sleeping in the van. This will pass me out. And then in the hotel, it's just like, I don't really realize how much I drink until you actually have to stop and think about it, which is sad. But anyway, that's what I wanted to share. And hopefully, what is it, September 11th? Hopefully by next year, and I look at this video, I could see an improvement in what I have been doing. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.